Hey guys, the section of violence here. We got a fun BKFC card. I actually really like this card as far as opportunity. I did at least, and now I don't so much. But there's still some pretty easy layups that should cash, but we'll see. We'll start off with Trevor Bradshaw versus Troy Dennison. Pretty torn here. We have a hometown guy and Dennison here versus Bradshaw. 6-9 as a pro fighter. Most of his losses have been to finish. I don't know, what to take from this. Dennison isn't much better, 8-8. It's a little better than him, I guess, and he's fought some good, decent guys. A lot of KO losses. No, or sorry, a lot of finish losses. One KO loss. Um, I'm gonna go with man, I'm torn. I'm gonna go with Dennison, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna sprinkle. I'm probably gonna say Dennison, but it's a close fight, man. I really it could go either way. Moving on, we got LJ Schultz versus Danny Hilton. LJ Schultz looks like a bag of milk. Um, I get it's his, what is it, hometown? Yeah, or he's used to the altitude. He looks like he's 50 years old. Um, yeah, I just feel like he's gonna lose this one. I, 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 I don't like the way his physique is. Hilton seems like he knows what he's doing. Few KO. Look at that. Two boxing fight KO wins. Given the guys aren't good, he beat. But it's still better than LJ Schultz, man. Like it's not like he's a lock or anything, but I think Hilton should win this quite easily. I'm gonna go with Hilton by TKO first or second round. Moving on, we have Keegan Vandermeer versus Esteban Rodriguez. So Esteban Rodriguez is a gamer. He gets tired, but he won't die. He's pretty tough. He's gonna stay in there. Probably could finish him, but you know, I don't know if Keegan's the guy to do it. I think Esteban will have more later on. This is an interesting matchup. I'm gonna go with Keegan here, just because I feel like he's more dangerous and accurate, not as clumsy with his striking. He does worry me. This is BKFC, so it's pretty low level, but I do think Keegan can get it done here, especially as his hometown. So moving on, we have Mike Jones versus Eric Lozano. Mike Jones gonna destroy him, and he's representing his hometown. This is pretty straightforward. Mike Jones, easy work. Yeah, I have him winning in the first or second round by TKO. Moving on, we have Bridger Bercier versus Ben Moa. Let me see what Lozano, see how his last one. So yeah, he got TKO by strikes. He did go the distance with Bostwick. I'll give him that, but no, I think Jones gonna get him out of there. Moving on, we have Ben Moa versus Bridger Bercier. I got Moa here. It's his hometown. I know his what's it called? His age is like 42 years old. Bercier is like what, like in his 40s as well. I just think the Berstier looks terrible, whereas Moa looks respectable. I think Moa wins this. I think he's going to get him out of there via TKO. Moving on, we have Arnold Adams versus Mick Terrell. Interesting matchup. Mick Terrell's been doing his thing, looking pretty good. Um, I feel like Mick Terrell, both of them aren't great nails. I feel like Adams' confidence from beating him already should, carry over here. The wins that Terrell has had are like to Steven Banks and Shoemaker, so I can't really take too much from that. But I do know Arnold Adams is a beast, so I'm gonna go with Adams again. But I just won't be touching this fight. Too much volatility at heavyweight, but very very interesting matchup. I do think Adams takes it. Moving on, speaking of interesting matchup, we got Howard Davis versus Kai Stewart. Kai Stewart, every time I think he's going to get destroyed, he somehow finds a way to win. And if Louis Lopez can find a way to win against Howard Davis, I do believe Kai Stewart can as well. I will be going with Howard Davis to win this. I just believe he's going to be more effective with his striking. I do think his cardio is just as like it's just as good. I think his efficiency and experience, I think it's all there. Kai does have a chance with his pressure and his clinch, but I do think Kai is going to be at a size disadvantage, a reach disadvantage, and a skill disadvantage in the boxing. But we'll see. Maybe he surprises us again, but I'm going to go with Howard Davis here. Moving on, we have Beck Rawlings versus Christine Ferreira. Now, Ferreira didn't look great at the weigh-ins, I'll be honest. And her cardio isn't great. Um, she slows down and she can get dropped. She's seen that against for Helen Ferreira. I can't even remember her name. But yeah, I do think Ferreira is going to win, but it's going to be a war if she does not get another doctor stoppage. But I do think Ferreira should win this one. I feel like she's a better fighter. It's just a matter of cardio and heart. This is the fight that I'm probably most looking forward to see who can, push each other to the breaking point. But I think Rawlings will break her before she gets broken. So interesting matchup. Not betting it for sure, especially the prices. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on, we got Jimmy Rivera versus Jeremy Stevens. Now I was on Stevens, but then I saw he lost to Evillo. The size difference is legit. Rivera is so much smaller than Stevens. But the thing is, Rivera does pack a punch, and this is new to Stevens, BKFC. I'm sure he's been in street fights, and I'm sure his power is going to translate well, but I'm gonna have to lean Rivera, but it's very interesting because I was originally on Stevens. I wanted to take him for that plus money. It's a close matchup, but I just couldn't. I'm gonna have to pass on this one. But honestly, I do think Stevens can get it done. It's a close fight. I'm just gonna watch for fun. Speaking of watching for fun, we got the main event. We got Mike Perry versus Eddie Alvarez. I got Mike Perry. Size difference, experience in BKFC's difference. I don't know about heart, but I do think Perry's just as tough as Alvarez, if not more. I gotta go with Perry, man, but Alvarez's roids and toughness can be a problem, I guess. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going with Perry. Should be pretty straightforward. But yeah, guys, well, let me know what you think in the comments. Who you think's gonna win this freaking fight? It's a really fun fight. So we'll see. But number one, my most confident pick on the card, I have to say, would be. It's tricky. I have to say. I'm gonna go Mike Jones, and then number two, I'm gonna have to go Moa. Number three, I'll go Hilton. Number four, I'll go Mike Perry, and number five, I can go. Uh, I'll go number five. I'll go Keegan Vanderveer number five. It's a tricky card. Um, the lock of the card got canceled with Big Ben, so. It is what it is. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun card nonetheless. Let's see what we can do with it. Like, subscribe, you know the drill, and I'll catch you next time.